In this lecture, I want to talk a little bit about working with absolute values. Now, when you say the word absolute value, two things usually come to mind. The first thing students normally say is, it's positive. But why is it positive? The reason is because the absolute value really means the distance away from zero. And that is in reference to on a number line. So let's draw a number line and get a better idea. Here's a short number line. 0 is always in the middle, and your positive numbers are always to the right. 1, 2, 3. And the negative numbers are always to the left. Now when the problem says find the absolute value of the number 2, what it's really asking you is how far away is this number from 0? So the absolute value of 2, how far away from it is it from 0? It's 1, 2. Now let's look at the absolute value of negative 2. The absolute value of negative 2. This is also asking how far away is this number from 0? It is 1, 2 places away from 0. And that's why when people talk about the absolute value, they say it's always positive, because a distance can never be negative. You can never walk negative 3 steps. So think about every time you hear absolute value, they want to know how far away from is this number from 0. So it has to be a positive answer. Now when we start looking at problems, they get a little bit more complicated, because it's not just asking you about one number like in these examples here. A problem would look something like this. Let's say we had the absolute value of negative 9 plus the absolute value of 2. So what you need to ask yourself is, what is the absolute value of 9? How far away is negative 9 from 0? Negative 9 is 9 places away from 0. You're going to bring down your plus sign, and the absolute value of 2. How far away from 0 is 2? It's 2 places away from 0. Simplify in the end to get 11. So that was a simple one. What about a problem where the sign in the middle isn't positive? What about when it's negative? So let's take those same numbers, but let's change it to subtraction instead of addition. Let's make this A and this B. So again, you still need to ask yourself, what is the absolute value of negative 9? It's 9. Bring down that minus sign, the absolute value of 2. Now we have 9 minus 2. It equals 7. Now, the reason that I put this problem up is because a lot of students ask, well, isn't the absolute value always positive? Here it's negative. No, the absolute value of 2 is definitely 2. This minus sign was not inside of the absolute value symbol, so it just came down. That's how we got 7. Let's look at a few more like that. Okay, here we have 3 absolute value symbols. So what we want to do is we want to go through and find the absolute value of each one and bring it down as we go. So the absolute value of negative 4 is definitely 4. This minus sign was not inside of the absolute value symbol, so we're just going to bring it down. The absolute value of positive 4 is definitely positive 4. Again, here's that sign. There was nothing inside of the absolute value, so we're just going to bring it down. Same thing here. The absolute value of positive 4 is still positive 4, but this minus sign was not inside of the absolute value, so we're just going to bring it down. So now your job is to just simplify. This minus 4 and this positive 4 end up canceling each other out for 0. So our answer is left with just a negative 4.